diaTROPIX is very different from other innovations. It's dealing from profit maximization. If you want to develop a biosensing tool, you have to know how to position molecules onto surfaces. I strongly believe that no one must be left behind. Having a diaTROPIX in Senegal is good for Senegal, but we need more of these because, as we say, no one is safe until we are all safe.
Welcome to Conversations at Care, the podcast that brings you closer to the most innovative minds in global health and epidemic response. I'm Demba Gueye, I'm your host, and today we have an exciting guest, Dr. Cheikh Tidiane Diagne, the leader of diaTROPIX and the laureate of the prestigious Prix Galien Afrique for medical technology. Dr. Diagne's work exemplifies the intersection of scientific research, capacity building, and innovative diagnostics, pushing boundaries to ensure Africa is equipped to tackle neglected and epidemic diseases. In a few moments, I'll explore Dr. Diagne's journey, diaTROPIX's impact on diagnostics, the challenges he faces, and the future of global health innovations. We'll also tap into his personal insights on leadership and the importance of fostering innovations for epidemic resilience through platforms like CARE. Let's dive into this conversation. Before we jump into the core topics, Dr. Diagne, I'd like to start with a light question. If you could invite any scientist or innovator from any era to dinner, who would it be and why?
First, thanks, Mr. Gueye, for this kind invitation. I would say it would be Professor George Whiteside.
Who is it?
He's in the US, he's a disruptor. He used to develop really point-of-care diagnostics. The first time I saw a miniaturized diagnostics was in his laboratory. And to be honest, before joining IPD, I tried to join his lab, but didn't have the opportunity. So when the opportunity comes, if that comes, I would like to have a dinner with him. And told him about what I wanted to do at his laboratory. And also told him that I didn't have that opportunity, but now I have a better opportunity to work on diagnostics. So, yeah.
Nice, that's great. Can you walk us through maybe what actually inspired the creation of diaTROPIX?
I think many things. First, we need to understand that Africa has the highest burden of infectious disease and that it is very difficult to deliver care in Africa. It's because the laboratory system is very fragmented. We have a shortage of critical raw materials or reagents. We have staff which is not very well trained sometimes. And all of these put together really makes diagnostics delivery very, very difficult. And I guess this is the gap that IPD has been trying to fill by creating diaTROPIX, which has the mission to deliver portable and high quality diagnostics in Africa, but with a focus in West Africa. And we are doing this because IPD has the mission, a long-standing mission of delivering diagnostics in outbreak settings in the field. So diaTROPIX is really powered by IPD, but it had been co-created with several partners like FIND, the Foundation for Innovative New Diagnostics in Geneva, the Institut de Recherche and Développement in Marseille, and Maria Foundation. There are 4 founding fathers, and with the sole mission promoting access to diagnostics in Africa.
Excellent. And how has the journey of leading diaTROPIX been for you?
So very exciting, really, very, very, very exciting. First, let me talk a little bit about diaTROPIX. diaTROPIX is very different from other innovations. It's dealing from profit maximization. As a foundation, our goal is not to make money. It's really to have impact on populations. And this is why diaTROPIX has been set up with a very innovative membership model, which allows IPD to deliver high-quality diagnostics at a very affordable price. And really, this is very important for us. And I was talking about my excitement. It's just because I always wanted to work on diagnostics since my first years at the university. And it is a dream that is coming true, or that came true with diaTROPIX. So I'm really happy to work, to do what I'm doing now. And as I said also earlier, IPD has a long-standing mission to deliver point-of-care diagnostics, and also really to help the populations that sometimes are really left behind. So this mission sometimes is a lot of work, I would say, but we are all embarked really on this mission with IPD and also my valuable team members, and I'm really happy to do what I'm doing now.
In your experience, what are some of the most impactful global health innovations today?
Yeah, many. There are many. If you focus on diagnostics, I would say the first one is AI.
Okay.
Just because of its ability to disrupt most of the conventional diagnostics we know, going from scanning, chest scan, X-ray, really to protein design. You know, the trickiest part of developing a diagnostics is having a good biomarker that can help you really detect your target analyte. Let's say if you want to detect COVID, you need something, a biomarker that will help you detect the COVID virus or part of the COVID virus if you're talking about a direct detection. And this can take time. And we know that AI now, with AI, you can develop in a very short turnaround time a protein that can help you detect with a very good accuracy your target analyte. Can you imagine such impacts when it comes to developing a diagnostics for an unknown pathogen? It's just massive. So I think really AI is a game changer. And the second one I would say is about mRNA. We can't talk, we can't miss, we can't skip the vaccine side, right? mRNA, we have all witnessed the rapidity with which the COVID-19 vaccine has been developed and distributed. It took, I think, less than a year. And we know that usually it takes up to 10 years, between 10 and 15 years to develop a diagnostics. I think the shorter period, that we have witnessed to develop a vaccine was with mumps in 1917. Okay. It took 4 years.
4 years, okay.
But COVID took just 1 year.
Wow.
So no wonder why the Nobel Prize in Physics has been given this year to George Hinton and colleagues for their groundbreaking work on AI. And also, no wonder why Catalina Carico got last year the Nobel Prize in physiology or medicine because of her work on mRNA.
Hey, but we are also really, really proud of you, Dr. Diagne, because you also won the Prix Galien Afrique. Can you talk us a little bit about that prize? Because we saw your name all over the press, the media, and when I got the confirmation that I would have this podcast with you, I was so excited and so proud to have you on this show. So yeah, can you please maybe tell us a little bit more about what it is and how you felt winning it?
Oh yes, I really felt very humbled and very happy. But when I got the prize, the first thing I did is to reflect really on my journey from my first lab training at the university to where I was when I was receiving that prize. I was a researcher at the virology department. And I couldn't feel a stronger motivation really to continue the journey with a better resilience. But I also couldn't stop thinking, about all the people who gave me an opportunity to grow, but also who taught me something that really led to that prize. And this is where I realized something very, very important. It's not only about the effort or your motivation, but in reality, usually sometimes for success, someone has to give it to you. And I'm telling this really with very humbly because I wasn't aware of the Galien Prize. My CEO, my boss, Dr. Ahmed Al-Fasal, told me about this prize. And I also didn't appoint myself head of diaTROPIX. He gave it to me. So I think this will make me humble forever. And also, diaTROPIX succeeded because all my colleagues were helping us. And with thanks to this prize, I realized, how IPD's environment is that beneficial for biomanufacturing. My colleagues really helped me, but my dear team members also helped me so much, and that's why we succeeded, right? I guess the prize to me is a symbol of cohesiveness and effort towards a common goal.
Wow. I feel a lot of emotion when you're talking about this. And one more time, congratulations. And I feel like you also are aware of the burden it is, and you also feel really humble knowing that you had a lot of people behind you, your colleagues, family, and so many people. Congrats, and
Thank you.
and I wish you a lot of courage for
Thank you.
for what's coming.
It's a lot of work, obviously, right? Because the IPD is doing something that's no one,
Is actually doing.
exactly. It's really new in the continent. It's a lot of work, but it's bearable, because I'm not alone. I have the entire IPD behind me. My team members, my CEO, the directors, my colleagues. So really, that makes me feel, the workload less. I'm really happy to do it.
That's great.
And it's really a pride when you are with your colleagues and you witness someone using the product that you have developed, and that IPD has developed. I mean, it gives you a sense of belonging. We're just proud and happy to do it. So, yeah, we will continue doing it. One can say, what is the link between your PhD, your postdoc, what you're doing at IPD? I have always wanted to work on diagnostics. And if you want to develop biosensing tools, you have to know how to position the molecules onto surfaces. And that's what I learned. That's what I learned during my PhD and my postdoctoral research. And I also learned something very interesting. Experience can be very cumulative. Those experiences, really helped me when I joined IPD, because when I came here, I was more exposed on public health, surveillance, infectious disease. It wasn't my field of expertise. But being able to combine the existing expertise here and the technology expertise I gathered during my postdoc and my PhD, I was able, with the support of God and my colleagues really, to propose, novel techniques for diagnostics.
Excellent.
Just by combining technologies and public health expertise.
That's excellent. So yeah, Dr. Diagne, what are your final thoughts?
Yeah, I think that we need more social innovations like diaTROPIX to be distributed strategically, as I said earlier, across Africa. I also think that we need to train the next generation scientists. We need to build the capacity. We need to foster collaborations. We also need to invest more in epidemics, preparedness, and surveillance. And because I strongly believe that no one must be left behind. And having a diaTROPIX in Senegal is good for Senegal, but we need more of these, because, as we say, no one is safe until we are all safe.